Percy had had an accident. He needed to be sent to the works to be repaired. Sir Topham Hatt had loaned Wilbert a blue saddle tank engine from the Dean Forest Railway. He was brought on to help Duck and Oliver, but was sent to Thomas's branch line to do Percy's work while he was being repaired. One day, Thomas pulled into the yard and saw Wilbert talking with Toby in the sheds. Thomas had never met the new engine, but he was keen on learning more about him. "Ah, Thomas, this is Wilbert." "Nice to meet you, Wilbert. I'm Thomas. It's always nice to meet another blue 060 on this branch line." "Oh no, believe me, the pleasure's all mine. I've heard all about you and your railway. I must say, your line is quite beautiful. You're lucky to have a long line. Mine is only 1.5 miles long, with a station at Lord Chart and another at Lydney. But the scenery is super, though. My driver says it's better up the valley. The volunteers on my railway are going to open up that bit soon. They work hard, but it takes a long time. One of my first jobs is up at the lead mine." "Well, then I best warn you, there's a danger notice up there. You best not pass it. I passed a danger notice once and fell down a mine." "No worries. I've worked in a colliery before, so I know all about danger notices. However, I do remember an engine who thought he knew better." "What happened?" "This engine didn't have a name, just a number, 16, and he worked in a steelworks. He was a hard worker, but he was snooty and very rebellious. One of the jobs that 16 and his friends had to do was to take the waste from the works in special trucks to a place called the Tip. Well, 16 always got tired of stopping in the same place. He tried to go further, but his driver always prevented him. 'Don't be stupid,' his driver would say. 'We mustn't pass the danger notice, or goodness knows where we might end up.' The other engines tried to stop him too. 'If a notice says danger, you shouldn't pass it,' they would say. But 16 paid no attention and ignored them. But after being told by everyone, he still wanted to know. 'Pooh!' he scoffed. 'I can take care of myself.' But one wet day, 16 had a naughty idea. 'Hey,' he said to the trucks, 'if you drag me past the danger notice, I promise not to bump you for the rest of the week.' The trucks were confused, but they agreed. Later, 16 was taking the trucks up to the Tip. The rails were slippery, and when his driver tried to stop, he couldn't. The trucks did what 16 had told them to do, and their momentum dragged him past the warning sign. 16's driver was not happy. 'You silly engine! Wasn't my fault. It was those trucks. You always wanted to cross that board. I bet you asked them to drag us on purpose.' Just then, a foreman ran up to them. 'What are you doing there, driver? It's not safe. The trucks dragged us.' 'Well, you come to the office with me, and you, fireman, get your engine back on firm ground before it's too late.' But it was already too late. As the foreman walked away, the earth beneath 16's wheels sank, and the rails sagged. The fireman could see that the ground was not going to hold. He knew if he tried to move 16 now, he would only make things worse. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. The rails continued to sag under 16's weight, and suddenly they fell away completely. As the fireman leapt for safety, 16 overbalanced. The coupling between him and the trucks broke, and he rolled cab over wheels down the bank. Help! What happened to 16 after that? Oh, he was rescued, but he wasn't repaired, and sent to the back of the shed in disgrace. Is he still there? He got better than he deserved, that's for sure. Some preservation people came and bought him, and now he lives in the Midlands. But I think he's lucky to have been given a second chance. Thomas and Toby could only agree.